Hello, welcome back to the Road to Episode 8, my ongoing series where I chart the road to the release of Star Wars Episode 8 in December 2017, and there is a shit ton to talk about. In fact, I'm going to have to split up everything that I want to talk about today into two videos. This one's going to be about the Blu-ray, the special features, the various editions that are coming out, and also a little tidbit about Rey's parentage, which I'll kick this whole thing off with. This week, two things have come out with Daisy Ridley and Mark Hamill making separate comments that some people have been talking about. So first of all, let's just hear about what Daisy Ridley has to say about people guessing that she might have been Han and Leia's daughter in The Force Awakens.
And I'm like, people were so presumptuous. People were like, well, like, you're Han Solo's daughter. And in my head I was like, how do you know? Like, have you seen the film? Clearly not, because I wasn't.
So there you go. She said, you know, people were thinking that I was Han's daughter. How do you know? Did you see the film? Obviously you didn't, because I wasn't. Because I wasn't. All I'm saying, again, I've made that video a couple of videos ago where I talked about my 20 reasons why Rey is Luke's daughter. And then also this week, Mark Hamill, of course, he's in the UK for filming episode 8 right now. He said at a talk at, I believe, Oxford University, he said that Daisy is incredible, so genuine, appealing, lovable. She beams, she has a wonderful charisma, I adore her. She's my daughter's age, and that's how I relate to her. And everyone's like, oh my god, he confirmed that she was his daughter. And it's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. He says he could relate to her because of her age. Now again, I'm obviously in the camp that she is Luke's daughter, but I don't see this as a confirmation at all, like some people have been saying on Twitter and things like that. And he confirmed himself, or at least he said it on Twitter. He said, exactly, talking about Daisy the person, not Rey the character. I have prior spoiler protecting experience, by the way. Hashtag lol. I love Mark Hamill on Twitter, by the way. You need to follow him. He's always tweeting hilarious stuff. In fact, today, someone asked him about the outfit he had in The Empire Strikes Back with the diaper thing in the Bacta tank. And they said, you know, why was it necessary for you to be in that diaper thing? And he's like, well, for practical reasons. The diaper allowed my skin to be exposed to as much of the healing fluids as possible. But for cynical purposes, for me to be in this diaper would mean a new toy. And a new toy equals dollars. I mean, again, I'm paraphrasing, but he's hilarious on Twitter. You got to follow him. And he actually favorited a tweet of mine once. I didn't talk about that. It was pretty cool for me because I was just basically tweeting him and just saying thank you for coming back because it means so much to me. You know, as someone called Luke, Star Wars has been a part of my life since I can remember, purely because of the connection that my name is Luke. But also, I just look up to Mark Hamill so much. He's just such a cool guy and a great actor. And I tweeted him once, and he favorited it, which is now known as liking it. Which is, I like that. I like it when they don't retweet it because it's kind of like a little personal thing between the two of you. You know, it's not public, but you see it and you know it, and you know that they've seen it and they appreciate it. And I really like that. So that was really cool. I think that happened last December or maybe in January. Anyway, so that's that bit out of the way. Now let's talk about the Blu-ray. Now there are episode 8 things to talk about, which I'll be covering in the next episode. There's like all sorts of stuff about sets going up all over the place, who's going to be where and other things. There's something about Snoke you might be interested in the next video. But yeah, I talked about the Blu-ray special features for The Force Awakens, which were leaked last week on CD-ON, Swedish website I believe. Well, I think it has, there's a Norwegian version as well, but I think it was the Swedish one that posted the special features list for The Force Awakens, and I listed them off, talked about them. You heard me talk about it if you follow all of these videos before, and I was saying some various things which I'll get to in a little bit, but yeah, those turned out to be genuine, completely. That was exactly what is going to be on the Blu-ray. We've had the official announcement now from, I guess, Star Wars, Lucasfilm, Disney, whoever's behind the campaign. They're saying, right, yep, it's coming out April 5th in America. April 1st, we're going to have it on digital HD for download, and Europe are getting it in different dates. There's someone like Denmark's getting it earlier than everyone else, I think. There's like loads of different like European countries that are getting it, like the 22nd of April. I think UK is getting it on the 19th. All sorts of different dates, but mostly America gets it really early on April the 5th, and they've confirmed all the special features. They're exactly as what was leaked on CD-ON, and yeah, people were talking about it, but also the additions. So I'll get to special features in a minute, but here are the additions, and I'll show you some pictures on screen. First of all, we have these two slipcovers, which are the UK exclusive slipcovers, the light side or the dark side. They're okay. I like the black one a lot better than the white one, especially Kylo Ren's lightsaber on the spine. I think it looks really cool, but they're kind of uninspired slipcovers, to be honest. Not really that interested in those. I believe the regular edition in the UK looks like this, which is cool. I like the poster, you know, so it makes sense to put it on the front of the cover, and that's, you know, that's par for the course. But let's talk about the steelbook. Let's talk about the Zavvi exclusive. Well, it's not exclusive actually, but they like to always put exclusive or ultra limited print run on it, even though they've got millions of them. But Zavvi, they put it the pre-order, so I popped it in straight away because I know what Zavvi's like. You know, sometimes they will sell out in days. Like Last Action Hero, one of my favorite films, finally got a steelbook release, and I was so excited about it. Sold out in like minutes. It's like, what the hell? Like, for my whole life, no one has liked Last Action Hero. A few people I know like it. It's one of my favourite films, and I thought, this is great. Zavvi exclusive steelbook, it's not that expensive, hardly anyone likes the film, I'm going to be able to actually order this one. Boom, sold out. So you got to be careful with these. So Force Awakens, bang, pre-order straight in. I got it straight in, and as soon as I saw the steelbook design, I took it straight out again. Cancelled. No chance am I giving Zavvi £25 of my money for this. Now, it is a cool image. I like Kylo Ren on the front, but look at the spine. Look at the fucking spine. It's the same as the stupid Marvel steelbooks, which I own. I have all the Marvel Cinematic Universe steelbooks, and quite a few of them have those stupid character faces on the bloody spine. I hate it, because I put them on my shelf, and I'm like, ooh, I want to watch Captain America Winter Soldier. Let's have a look. Right, let's look at the spine. We've got Captain America, we've got Black Widow. That could be the Avengers Age of Ultron. It could be Captain America. I don't know, what film is it? It's only the fact that I placed them chronologically on my shelf that I understand which one is which, but it still takes me a while to just... I don't want to have those 2 seconds of figuring out, right, which character's on which. I don't want that. I just want Captain America, the Avengers 2. How is it so difficult for Disney to release a steelbook with a fucking title on the spine? It just defies belief. It defies belief. And I'm telling you, right, the Force Awakens steelbook is going to be the same worldwide. Everywhere in Europe is getting the same thing with the same character images on the spine. I like those character images. They're cool posters, but they don't fit on the spine of a Blu-ray. Why? Why not put Star Wars The Force Awakens on it? It would look so much better. Why not have the title on the front of the cover? It would look so much better. Enter the Best Buy exclusive steelbook. Here we go. Now look at that. To me, that just looks so much better. Now you might want to say that it looks better without the title on the front of the steelbook. That's fine, but you cannot contest that you can't say that it looks better without the title on it. You just cannot say that. So for me, if I was to get a steelbook, it would be the Best Buy one, but I don't know, I'm not sure about it. They got Captain Phasma on the back. It fits all the other steelbooks they released last year, but it still is a bit inconsistent because you'll have 1 through 7 villain, hero, villain, 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 villain. Doesn't really fit. It's not a nice flowing theme to it, you know. Darth Maul, General Grievous, Darth Vader, a Stormtrooper, the Emperor, Kylo Ren, and then Yoda at the beginning. Like, it just doesn't fit, you know. They try to make it so uniform, but then there's just a weird kind of, I don't know. I'm just a stickler for details like that. So, as a big steelbook guy, as a big fan of The Force Awakens, I don't think I'm going to be getting the steel. Well, definitely not getting the one from Europe. I just don't want that. I don't want that on my shelf because it's going to look like another Marvel movie as well, and I don't want that. I want it to stand out and say Star Wars The Force Awakens. So there you go, that's the UK releases. We have a Walmart exclusive, I believe, this one here with a BB-8 cover. It's kind of a slip cover, I think, and you can actually fold out the BB-8, almost like a birthday card, I suppose. It's like a partial fold out, and inside is the image of, I think, Poe, Finn, and Rey from the poster that we saw, the image that we saw on one of the Empire magazine covers back in 2015. Nice cover, pretty cool, I like it. The standard, I believe, cover is this, which is kind of cool. It looks better than the UK slipcover because you've got the stars in the background, but still I'm not a huge fan of it. You know, I mean, to me, I just think there's so many cool images they could have used for the Blu-ray covers in this release. They could have used this image, for example, of Rey and BB-8 and the, you know, just a really nice image. I think they used it for one of the IMAX posters. And she's the main character, you know, so, and that she's part of the Force Awakening, so I kind of wish that we get Rey cover, or that they'd use the character. I mean, I wouldn't even mind if they did all the character posters and had, you know, the Rey one, the Han one. They just released like boatloads of different versions, because then I could pick the Rey one and have the main character on the front of the Blu-ray. And I'm sure that'll come in the future, because they're actually holding off on the 3D release until later in 2016, which is a bit weird to me. It is a bit weird that they're holding off on the 3D. Well, it's not weird. It's not weird. Us Star Wars fans, we should just get used to this. They're going to kick us while we're down. This is what they do. They always release and re-release and re-release and re-release. So we've just been shown, basically, nothing's going to change in that department when it comes to this new sequel trilogy. They're going to run these editions into the ground. They're going to they're going to rinse the pockets of the people who do buy every single edition, unfortunately. Unfortunately for them. So yeah, I don't know. But anyway, here is my favourite, I think. The Target exclusive version. Now, a lot of people don't like this cover. They think that it's lazy, they think that it's cheap. I kind of really like it. We have that character, the character poster of Rey on the front. Obviously, she's not the focal point, but we get, you know, Kylo and Finn. I love how the lightsabers run through, that nice kind of symmetry there. You know, we've got Han on the cover. BB-8, I wish they'd used an image of Poe instead, but it seems to throw it off a little bit, because you have 5 human faces and then, you know, or a masked face, but it's, you know, still 5 human characters and then a robot. But still, I really like it. But have a look at the inside. This is what sold me on it. Gorgeous artwork on the inside, really, really gorgeous. Now, I think this is a Neopack or something. People have been saying that it's kind of really flimsy and stuff, and super glossy and easy to scratch. I don't know, but it's the one I'm going for. Claire, if you're watching, thank you very much for helping me out with this one. She's going to pre-order it for me. I'll send her the money, because Target don't ship internationally as far as I'm aware. So we'll figure that out between ourselves, and so she'll be able to help me out getting that edition. And it also has, the Target edition has I believe a bonus disc with 20 minutes of additional special features. Again, it sucks that they're doing the retailer exclusive thing, but at least they're not doing it like Star Trek Into Darkness, where apparently you had to buy, I think, 5 different editions from 5 different retailers to get all the features. I think it was Simon Pegg or maybe J.J. Abrams who said that they thought that was bullshit. You know, so I mean, it isn't a filmmakers who are making these decisions, but still, I wanted that 20 minutes extra, and I just thought it was the best. It was kind of what's the word? I don't know, I'm trying to think of the word. I'm getting so wound up about all this, my brain is losing grasp of actual words. It just happens to be good, not timing, not good timing. What is it, Luke? What is it? What am I trying to get? Pluck that word out of my head. It's just good luck. It's just good luck, I guess. Yes, I think it's good luck that the version that has the 20 minutes of bonus features that I was probably going to get either way just happens to have the cover that I prefer the most. There you go. Though I do think the Steelbook, the American Steelbook, looks gorgeous. Maybe I'd like to own it, but I think I shouldn't start going down that double dipping road, because they're going to start doing that again with the 3D release later on in the year, and who knows if we're going to get more special features through that. Now, I can't believe this has gone on so long. I apologise, I've still got so much more to talk about. Today, the day after they announced the Blu-ray release and everything like that, and confirmed everything, they haven't announced anything, but the Disney Australia page or website, whatever, they have put out a listing of all the special features and how long they are, which is something I was very intrigued by. Also, speaking of all that, they released a trailer for the Blu-ray, which was awesome, and it showed you some clips of the behind-the-scenes stuff. And again, I'll get to that, and maybe use an image from that trailer when I get to the specific deleted scene that I thought was really cool when I saw it in the trailer. But yeah, go check that out. Some really cool little tidbits and stuff, and I got really excited just seeing that shot of Luke from behind in like HD quality. I was just like, oh, you know, I'm such a nerd, it defies belief. I even saw this image and got really excited because they've now added Luke into that that collage, and I was like, oh, there's a new picture of Luke Skywalker, and yes, I am that sad. What can I say? So let's talk about the runtime for the special features on the Blu-ray. I think every edition comes with 2 discs, the Blu-ray and then the Blu-ray bonus features. So let's just run through it again, but give you the running times. I'll start from the bottom. Force for Change, so it's like a little featurette about the Force for Change campaign they ran throughout the making and the production and the post-production and the release of Star Wars: The Force Awakens. They raised a shitload of money for a really good cause. There's a 3-minute 22 featurette on that. The deleted scenes. Number 1, there are 6 deleted scenes. The first one is called Finn and the Villager, 31 seconds long, so I'm guessing obviously it's a scene from the very beginning of the movie with the attack on the village. Number 2, Jakku Message, 47 seconds long. Not really sure what this is. Maybe an extra dialogue between Poe and Lor San Tekka, Max von Sydow's character from the beginning of the film. Number 3, X-Wings prepare for light speed, 22 seconds. Probably just a real fluff piece there. Number 4, Kylo searches the Falcon, 50 seconds long. This will be towards the end of the film when the Falcon has landed on Starkiller Base, and we heard about this as a rumoured scene where Kylo boards the Falcon and is I think he sits down in Han's chair and is kind of just thinking about his father and stuff. Sounds like a really cool scene. That is going to be on the Blu-ray. There is a sneak peek of it in the trailer. I'll show you a still of it on the screen now. Very, very cool stuff. Number 5, again, another scene we heard about, the snowspeeder chase. 48 seconds long. So we're not going to see much from it, but we'll see a few snippets, I guess, of what the snowspeeder chase was. And if you don't know about this, it was during the time in the film where I believe just around the time where Han and Chewie are laying the charges inside the building, I guess, where the generator is. I don't know the specifics of it. And just before he meets Kylo on the walkway, Finn and Rey were outside on a speeder being chased and stuff, and that's why she's wearing Finn's jacket, and you see that in the film. But yeah, so we'll see that. And then finally, number 6, Finn will be fine, 23 seconds long. I'm presuming this is going to be a little snippet of Rey with the Doctor, and the Doctor saying, you know, he's going to be fine, but he's obviously he can't. He's unconscious at the minute, so that's all that you're going to get from the deleted scenes. Apparently there was, one of the editors said that there was going to be a deleted scene with Han, but it doesn't seem like that's going to be true, unfortunately. We heard about a deleted scene where Chewbacca ripped the arm off of, what's his name, Unkar Plutt, the junk dealer from the beginning of the film. He actually turns up at Maz's castle, and Chewbacca rips his arm off. That would have been amazing to see. And then there's also a part where Maz does something with, like, I don't know, there's like a weird thing with Maz where like it's like the roof falling down. I can't remember the details, but yeah, we're not getting everything that we heard about. But anyway, moving on. John Williams, the 7th Symphony, 6 minutes 51 seconds, so we're getting a little feature out on the score. ILM, the Visual Magic of the Force, 7 minutes 54 seconds. Blueprint of a Battle, the Snow Fight, 7 minutes long. Building BB-8, 6 minutes long. Crafting Creatures, 9.5 minutes long. And The Story Awakens, the table read, 4 minutes long. You recall I was wondering if we were going to get the full table read. I know, I was being beyond optimistic at that point. And finally we have Secrets of the Force Awakens, a cinematic journey, 69 minutes and 14 seconds. So, full-length documentary, feature-length documentary. Now we know how long it is. It's pretty much an hour and 10 minutes long, an hour and 9 minutes long. Now, I just wanted to talk about this. Not that impressed, but really grateful. So don't get me wrong, I'm so happy that we're getting totaled altogether. It's just under 2 hours long. I think it's an hour and 57 minutes of bonus features on that second disc. Don't get me wrong, I'm so happy that we're getting this because it is more than a standard studio release ever gets. You look at Spectre, got nothing. You know, these big films, they're getting less and less bonus features. And it's just a shame, because you see people who make these films and have a love for the format of home media, like Ridley Scott, who thoroughly embraces it. You know, I think Prometheus had like a 4-hour documentary. You know, Blade Runner has a 3.5-hour long documentary. Audio commentaries, 5 versions of the film. You get all these directors, Peter Jackson, all the Hobbit films have got like 13, 14 hours of documentaries, not including the 2.5 hours of him doing audio commentary on the film. The Lord of the Rings films, which have 4 commentaries each, and, you know, 10, 15 hours of documentaries. We get spoiled by this stuff. I get spoiled by this stuff. So when I see a film that I love so much, like The Force Awakens, get just under 2 hours, I'm like, oh man, the potential. The potential. I mean, this is the biggest film in American history. It has made the most money ever in America, right? And it is the 3rd biggest film of all time. And, you know, I just feel like there's so much more that could be done. And it's not just a big film. It's not just a film that's successful. It's a film that people were looking forward to. Well, not even looking forward to. It's a film that people were fantasizing about for over 3 decades. And then it was a couple of years of this, like, unbelievable hype. I just feel like there's so much more they could have done with it. And I'm telling you now, there is room on that second disc for more stuff. Particularly the trailers. And this is my main source of contention with the Blu-ray, is that they're not including the trailers. I mean, there's so many TV spots and the Chinese trailer, the Japanese trailer they could have used. But even just the 3 ones. The first teaser, the first full trailer that we saw at Celebration last year, and then the 3rd and final big trailer. because there's such a story to tell with those 3 trailers in terms of just like the coming back, you know, we're home, and just the way that captured everything. DVDs, Blu-rays, I've said this before, trailers were their bread and butter when this whole thing started. You know, what can we put for a special feature? Scene select, the trailer, right? Do we get the trailers anymore? We just don't seem to get them. And it just seems like to me that trailers have never been more relevant, have never been more important, and have never been more big than they are now. You make a trailer, it's an art form, it really is. You look at like the Suicide Squad trailer. You know, Kevin Smith was like losing his mind over it, saying, "Oh, it's like the best trailer I've ever seen." Like they made a whole TV special about it and stuff. And trailers now are huge because you drop that on YouTube, it gets tens of millions of hits, hundreds of millions of hits, and it becomes this massive thing. And I feel like, you know, those Star Wars Force Awakens trailers were so special. I want to own them, you know. And someone said to me on Twitter, "Well, Disney probably don't want to include them because, you know, it's all online anyway. So why would you buy it again?" But by that token, surely you would say, why release it on Blu-ray if you can buy it on iTunes? You know what I mean? Obviously that's not really a fair comparison, but I mean, I just don't see why they can't just slap those trailers on there. It would take them no effort. There's no licensing to be done. They own it. They can just take the file, drop it into the Blu-ray file. Done. You know, it just seems silly to me that they don't include them. And is it really worth me getting this amped up over? Probably not. Will they include it on the 3D release of the film? They probably will. If not, will they probably release it on the sequel trilogy box set in 4 or 5 years' time? They probably will. But I just think, what a wasted opportunity. You could have made a documentary about that. You could have made a documentary with J.J. Abrams sitting down. Let me just paint this picture. You could have J.J. Abrams going, right, we had to release this trailer. It was the first Star Wars trailer in 10 years. The first Star Wars trailer to a Star Wars sequel in over 30 years. People were looking forward to seeing what we were going to do with this. We couldn't give too much away. Here's our thought, you know, my thought process into what shots to use and how the reaction was. Let's talk to Daisy Ridley, John Boyega. How did you feel when the first trailer came out, when people started seeing you in the film? You know, was that exciting? And then the second trailer comes out. They showed it at Celebration. There's that great shot of Oscar Isaac in the crowd just beaming, looking up, and that crowd reaction. They could have included that crowd reaction. How great would that be to see on the Blu-ray? Hell, go onto YouTube, get all the reactions, people crying their eyes out. You know, Chewie, we're home. Oh God, the fans going crazy. Use those clips. Contact those people. Can we use this? They'll just say, yeah, take it, please. Put my reaction on the Blu-ray and have a little compilation. I would have edited that for them, you know what I mean, for free, gladly. You know, they could have done so much with the trailer and the build-up of the film. And hey, I readily admit they might include a lot of this in the Cinematic Journey documentary, but I somehow doubt it. Rant over, but I am very grateful. Do I think they could have done more? Absolutely. But again, we don't know what this hour and 9 minutes is going to include. It might be this all-encompassing thing that is so satisfying, and it is possible. Because we have on the Episode 1 DVD, The Phantom Menace, what is it called? The Beginning. The making of Episode 1. It's a 60-minute documentary, or it's roughly an hour. It's not much more than an hour, not much less. And it encompasses everything. From George Lucas sitting down in his office, in his little desk office in his house in 1994 to write the script. All I need is an idea. And it ends with the film being released and fans going crazy in the theatre. Now, the quality of the film doesn't matter. The documentary is sublime because it shows you that complete journey from start to finish in an hour, and it is compelling, and it feels like no stone is left unturned. You know, it's so much is crammed into that 1 hour that I feel like the potential for this Force Awakens one is really, really high. So we could get this fantastic look into the making of the film. I want to see, like, you know, behind the scenes of Mark Hamill, his thoughts on his role in the Force Awakens. I want to hear from him. I want to hear from Harrison Ford about Han's death. I want to hear from Adam Driver about getting into this headspace of Kylo Ren and being the son of this iconic character and the death scene of Han. I want to hear about, you know, Daisy's thoughts about being this female figure, about wielding a lightsaber, all that stuff, you know. So I hope we get to see, you know, all that. I want to hear from Andy Serkis. I want to hear about his process in doing Snoke and all that stuff. Anyway. It sounds like I'm really mad about this. I'm not. I'm really happy that we're getting 2 hours of special features. But I just think that in this day and age where I get spoiled by some of the really in-depth stuff, I'm a little disappointed. Disappointed, but grateful. So I can't wait for it to come out. I can't wait to devour everything and review it for this series, of course. And yeah, we'll see what happens in terms of what edition. If I get another edition, I'll probably just stick with the Target one, to be honest with you. We'll just see what happens with that. Anyway, I need to go take a drink before I record the next video because there's a lot more to talk about. Holy shit, how do I make these videos so long? I don't know. I apologize if you still have stuck around this long. Thank you. I hope you found some enjoyment in this video, and let me know what edition you're picking up. Let me know what you think about the special features. If you think my kind of gripe about the trailers is well founded or not, if you don't care because they're online. And again, yes, they're online. They are a click of a button away, but on a Blu-ray, they're literally a click of a button away. You don't have to type anything in. You just go trailer, boom, done. You know. And I want to see the trailers in Blu-ray 1080p, not YouTube compressed 1080p. You know, I want to see it in the best quality possible, but we'll see. We'll see what happens in the future, I guess. To me, the hype and build up to Episode 7 was such a huge part of it that I would like to see it represent. And I'm sure that the Episode 1 DVD has, you know, look at this. Theatrical posters and print campaign from around the world, theatrical teaser, launch teasers, the trailers, 7 TV spots, you know, the music video. I mean, there's so much here. The web documentaries. There was so much stuff on these prequel DVDs. Episode 2, what we got? Theatrical posters, print campaign from around the world, theatrical teasers, the launch trailer, the theatrical trailer, 12 TV spots. Same with Revenge of the Sith, 15 TV spots, theatrical teaser, launch trailer, theatrical trailer. I mean, they included everything on these great DVD releases. And I just think, just more could be done. I mean, just look at that. Just look at the list of all the features on the back. That's how you want to sell it, you know? And I wonder if all the things that we have read about in the special features for The Force Awakens, like, you know, a feature about BB-8, about the score, about the visual effects, are those things going to be covered in the feature-length documentary, or are they going to be skirted over? Who knows? I'd love them to have a play-all feature, which they just never seem to do. A lot of, like, Christopher Nolan's films, they have, like, loads of, like, 5-minute featurettes that, like, total about a couple of hours. And I'd love just to have a play-all feature. But then I'm sat there for 2 hours, like, play, okay, play. Like, I just want to sit there and not touch anything and watch everything, you know. But anyway, rant over. I'm still very happy. I'm very happy. This is what happens when I get really amped up about stuff. I say words that aren't really words. I'm happy. I did a live stream last night of Star Wars Battlefront, and I was talking about which new characters we were going to get, and I was trying to say Chewie and Lando, and I said Chando. So yeah, on that note, Chando, Happel, I'm going to end this video right now, but as I said, the main thing to take away is that I am disappointed, but very grateful. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Holy